Just over. Sorry about that. Whoops, indeed. That was on me. Yeah, just to, because I forgot to change something, so I gotta change it really quick. Alright, so Ruki takes the first round of round 1 here. I'll have to see what happens.
Monsters, fight.
Now, can the Ghidorah mix-ups work for this tournament? I mean, I think it's very possible. Onondaga here can bring it back. We'll just have to see how it goes. As you see, I forgot this, so give me 1 minute because I gotta start the tournament really quick. So give me 1 minute because I forgot to do that. Alright, so this one's looking a little bit more Onondaga favored for this match. Oh, not the lag. Oh, no. We can't have the lag. Anything but that. The lag is starting to come a little bit. I'm a little bit out. We do love our dolphin net play, but sometimes it just does not like working for us here. Ruki will take game 1 overall, but it is a best out of 5, so they do have those chances to fix that. Onondaga does. Now, my problem is that Start GG is not letting me start the tournament. It won't let me go to the thing I usually go to. Have they updated again? Why is it not letting me start bracket? Alright, I need to put this on the... I'll be right, just give me 1 minute, and I'm going to start it when they start it. I just gotta... I need it on the big screen because for whatever reason it doesn't want it on my little one. I don't know why, where is the... Where's the... thing? Where's my... I don't know. Alright.
Godzilla. Monsters, fight.
I don't know why it won't let me change it. Because it doesn't have my settings options. I don't know why. won't let me do that. I have no idea. I have no idea why it won't let me do that. Okay, whatever. We'll just do it manually later. Okay, so our Daga has changed to Mechagodzilla 2. You know, I would say that Mechagodzilla 2 is definitely not a great matchup for Anguirus at all. Just because a lot of Anguirus' options are sharp attacks. So, you know, it makes it kind of hard for Anguirus to get much, except for the Roar. The Roar is the one thing in every matchup that Anguirus really has. But even in that, of course, it's still going to be kind of hard. Mechagodzilla does have his, the lag is still coming. Mechagodzilla does have his, spam. Little spam that he can do out of his fierce attack. So maybe, Daga can use that. Just have a little bit of like a wall. I cannot speak to that. Why does this keep going over there? Like a wall. Sorry about that. Won't happen again, I hope. Like a wall, just to be able to constantly keep using. And plasma grenade. Well, that's what I mean, yeah. So plasma grenade, just the electric shots. Those can be a really good wall for Mechagodzilla, just as much as Anguirus' Roar can be for Anguirus, except for the fact that it doesn't stun. So I was still saying Anguirus' Roar is probably a little bit better, but it's definitely not by much. But that match was all Rookie there.
Monsters. Fight.
Do get that hit there. It isn't looking very good for our Daga. Mechagodzilla just was not the play, it seems. Ghidorah was doing way better. Yeah, that's not gonna work though. It's not gonna work with the Mechagodzilla. So don't do that. Let's get some missiles, but not many. The missiles just good when they hit, but they barely hit. So Roar is still nutty. It's always nutty. Always shall be. Alright, Ruki's gonna take that round as well. It is match point for our Daga. Not kind of scary, but I believe we could get the reverse 3-0 of a lifetime, perhaps. While I still try and figure out why it will not let me start bracket on Start GG. Because it doesn't like me. I don't know why it doesn't like me, but it's just not liking it.
Select arena.
As it works for all my other tournaments.
Gyros versus Godzilla 90s. Monsters, fight!
So we're going with Godzilla 90s from our Daga here now. I'm just trying to, I guess, pick any character that's really going to work, I suppose. But we just have to see if we can get it working. If he can get anything working. It's looking pretty rookie favored for the moment. He's going to try and get that fireball combo, but again, in gear, it's really hard to get that OTG damage on. Rury's going to take that round, but one more round for
Monsters, fight!
for Adaga to have a chance to beat Rookie here. We'll just have to see. There we go. Edmund. Chad, it's letting me start tournament now. I'm so sorry that I haven't been talking. I just been trying to get this to work because it's not working. It doesn't like me. So I apologize for that. I will definitely be talking more for the rest of the night. I apologize. I sincerely apologize. But you know how it is with this stuff. Oh, how it is. Okay, we're good. We're good. Everything's good. We're all happy. Okay. Okay. So, Adaga with a very, very bad deficit here. However, I have seen some dumb things in this game. But does try and hit the spikes again. That ain't gonna work, unfortunately, for Adaga. Getting the belly up. Hits it again, thinking the belly he has enough time to hit the belly, but he does not. One more roar, and that's going to be it. That is going to be it. Alright, Rookie wins 3-0 here for our first match of the tournament. Now we can get into the funny matches.
Versus mode. Select arena.
What will be the stage of choice? Who knows? East San Francisco. The water. Just so you know, I'm just... Now remember, player one, whoever joins the Strategy Arena is player 1, and whoever joins the arena second is player 2. Player 1 bans one stage, and then player 2 picks out of the remaining 2, or you could just choose what stage if you agree on it. Alright, we got Megalon versus Godzilla 2000. Now, you know, Godzilla definitely wins this matchup, if you ask me. You know, it's definitely not Megalon's worst by any means, especially when you got Overload on the handle who has those wombo combos. Does miss the toast up though, so not going to get as much as he would have wanted. But Pug on the Godzilla 2000s here for the first match as well. Just a very solid all-around character. Of course, a little bit more of the brawler archetype than 90s is with the faster normals, but with the loss of the stronger beam. But we are getting some Megalon combos. If you want to get good at Megalon, watch this one. Even with 2000 though, Ardaga doing I don't know. Pugzilla doing a pretty good job as well, but is going to get hit by that toast stub. But that there's going to be a lot of damage here. Oh, tries to go for another one, a little bit greedy, but it is still safe because of the jump punch. Weird hitbox. And Overlord to 1 is taken round 1 pretty convincingly there. But we'll see if Pugzilla can bring this comeback. It is going to try to go for that a little bit greedy. Overlord 1 is trying to get those hits and is going to be hit, but does get that up punch, but not going to get anything off it. Tries to go for the... Okay, it hits anyway. I haven't seen a Megalon combo like this, sort of like this one ever, but is going to get the Megalon combo, going to get some really big wombo combo damage. Half of the health bar gone. Is going to get the mash? No mash. So Pugzilla does get that grab. Goes for the forward kick to get some damage. Does not go for the jump punch, surprisingly, after that back punch. To get some little more damage there. Goes for the grab, but it does whiff. Jumps back. Overlord to 1 reading it, but not able to get the follow-up after hitting the Napalm Bomb. Does read that jump punch, Pugzilla does, and does get a jump fierce. Jump punches crazy on Megalon though, so it is going to hit there, but does not get the Napalm Bomb Overlord wanted. I think, yep, does get that. Little weird combo there. Is going to be punished. What's the OTG punish? Oh, a stomp. Alright. Damage is damage. Does get that jump fierce once again. Of course, it is blunt, so it just knocks Megalon all over the place. Alright. Does get another combo, unless Overlord messes it up. Does mess it up, though. That would have been it. Does get another throw. Does go for another forward kick. It's getting a little bit closer here. Gets a fireball in neutral. Tries to go for the jump kick. Does not get it. Reads the back. Again, the back jump to hit it again, but does not get the combo because it is on the wrong side of Overlord. Could be chipped out here. Does get hit by the jump punch, giving Overlord the first win. Oh boy. Alright, but you know, Pugzilla was figuring out the Megalon a little bit there though at the end, so it definitely was adapting fairly well. We're gonna get a reset. Alright, just run it back. And we're running it back with lag. I don't know why it's so laggy today, but I will say the 2000 was doing some pretty decent stuff. I think it's just reads the jump, gets that hit though, into the back punch. Alright, getting some pretty juicy damage there. Hits a medium charged beam to get a little extra. With Pugzilla with a little bit of lead here. Is gonna lose it though, for sure. But that does miss the toast up again. Godzillas are pretty hard to toast up in this game. Alright, does get a little combo there to rack up damage. The Fire Breath isn't gonna hit. Does get toast up, just barely missing that forward kick. And now is going to be hit by the Wombo combo. of... Well, this might work, yep. Is he going to get the toe stub, or is Godzilla going to be Godzilla? Nope, Godzilla is not going to be Godzilla and is going to get the toe stub for even more damage. And then we got forward punch, jump punch, and jump punch. Well, up punch and jump punch. The Megalon classic. Tries to go for the back fierce, which can be a pretty good out of shield option, but needs to be in that range. It was not in that range. But will get that hit to be on the ground again. Does the jump punch there out of shield to a jump punch, or back fierce, sorry, not jump punch. And Overlord is going to take the first round of game 2. Does the speedrun strat. I appreciate it. Respect to the speedrun strat. But again, of course, Megalon having a terrible neutral in this game. But if he gets his, if he gets a napalm bomb on you, he's gonna, or even a forward punch, he's gonna get a lot of damage. So if he can win with those 2 buttons, big damage. But it's just winning with that can be kind of hard. Is he going to get the mash? No mash. Godzilla mash is very hard to mash on. So you cannot blame for that one. Goes for another grab. No mash again. For more damage here. Yeah. Sometimes the screen can really mess up with that, so not going to get a damage. But Overlord is going to hit the napalm bomb and gets the toe stub for even more damage here. That's going to be, well, a lot. He's going to get that. Tries to get a jump punch. It is not going to work. Gets a grab of his own. Nope. Pugzilla was not able to mash out of that grab. Going for another one. Going for the kick throw this time. Was not able to mash again. Pugzilla, that is. Another little combo here. Yeah, that move is not hitting. That jump fierce. Oh, that up punch will. And jump punch. Yeah, that's it. For sure. Alright. Overlord takes game 2 with the Megalon. Alright, we going changing characters or resetting? I don't even know if they're talking to each other about. I'm gonna trust them. Oh, we are going to change characters. Okay. But yeah, that Megalon is working because it is Megalon. Megalon funny. Second worst character in the game, by the way. Just but can be very good in the right hands. Don't get me wrong. As we were seeing with Overlord here. Orga, all right. Now this matchup is very interesting in my opinion. Of course, Orga is basically almost all blunt attacks. There's so many, even with the jab, can just slap around Megalon very easily. But and can do if Pugzilla has been able to master the infinite. Of course, you can do. It's only soft band, so you can still get about half health with it. Even more with Megalon. So if Pugzilla knows the infinite, has learned the infinite, we can see a pretty even in combos here, or damage, where, the win condition for Overlord's Megalon is going to be that napalm bomb, but the win condition for Pugzilla with that grab is a lot easier to obtain. We are going to, alright, Los Angeles 3, are we going back? I will say, I do think Los Angeles 3 might be one of Orga's worst stages in the part of the rule set. And the reason why I believe that, jump punch. Yes. Jump punch. Think, Megalon, think. After 500 years, what will you have? Jump punch. But, like I was saying, though, Los Angeles 3, the problem with it is that, of course, all those buildings, they leave, that little crumble kind of thing. And with that, if Orga throws down, gets a throw and throws down on it, it will not bounce the opponent up. It's still definitely not bad stage. You can still get those combos. It is closer than a lot of the other ones, like, more closed in than, like, the one with the water. So, lost. So, it's not terrible for him, but he can't have that problem. But we do get this crazy damage from Overlord here. Does not be able to mash out the grab. Tries to go for another one. Tries to use the get-up attack, but of course Orga having by far the worst get-up attack in the game. It's not going to work. Oh, does get the reset with the jump fierce. That can work sometimes. It is fairly... It's not consistent at all, but does work. Does show the power of Orga's jabs right there, though. Does get flinched. Really get the toast up? No, no toast up. Tries to go for fierce. Alright. That is going to do some damage. That will kill. Alright. Pretty fast game there. Orga takes... Not Orga. Overlord takes round 1 of game 3. This is match point for Godzilla to stay in winners. Does get the grab. Tries to get a jump punch. Does not work. Godzilla goes for a grab. It's not going to work though. Another jump punch. A big hitbox. Nope. You're going to get out of it this time. Not going to get the wombo combos. Goes for a back fierce for some good damage. Tries to go for the attack again. Gets toe stubbed by... Oh. Keeps using that get up attack, but it is just not working. It's just way too slow. Does get a grab. Tried to get up. But again, you can grab out of that for some reason. Does it again. Just so many grabs. So many grabs. Tries to get in a palm bomb, but does get it though. Okay. Comes back. Gonna get a jump punch out of that. It is looking all Overlord right now with a very, very high lead. He needs something. Pug is not going to be getting it. And Overlord will be taking it 3-0 over Pugzilla. Pugzilla will have a chance in the losers bracket. So we'll just have to see how that goes. Alright, well, good luck. I'm just going to mute because, you know, but good luck.
Select arena. King Ghidorah versus Godzilla 90. Monsters, fight! Monsters, fight!
Oh, alright. So what's your? I mean, do you have a stage band? You don't care. And then pick your character.
Select arena.
I mean, do you care where we go, or do you have anywhere to ban? Because you get one ban. So. Because if not, I'll just, pick one, but... yeah, one stage, either ban, or you don't have to ban one, you can just say whatever, but yeah, you have the ability to ban one stage. Either East San Francisco, Los Angeles 3, or Monster Island. I can pick, okay. Oh, good luck.
Mecha King versus Godzilla 90. Monsters. Fight. Monsters. Fight.
You want me to just pick stage again? Because I'm fine with that. Unless you want me to ban, it's up to you.
Versus mode.
Alright. Good luck.
Select a monster. Select arena. King Heat versus Godzilla. 90 monsters. Fight!
What funny characters will they be picking? Okay,
Select arena.
we got the Megalon Ditto. Alright. In day.
Megalon versus Megalon.
Megalon versus Megalon.
Monsters. Fight.
Now I'm pretty sure player 1's Overlord. Player 2's yeah, so well, it seems that Rookie has a little bit of a lead here. Double toe scrub. Gets that back punch. That just flings Megalon in this matchup. It goes for the Fierce Dex, gets the jump punch. Another jump punch. Everything must be jump punch. Let's go for the back Fierce. No, back Fierce is kind of like a wall. You can only really punish him with the beams and all that. Jump punch. Grab. No mash. And it's really hard to mash with the 9 frames of lag. I don't think we're going to be seeing a lot of people mashing on the grabs today. Alright. I'm getting the wombo combo. Here we go. No up punch, no jump punch, a miss input there to lose a lot of good damage. Could have been done. Tries to get the Napalm Bomb, does miss. Funny jump punch interaction. Yeah, they're just trying to beam each other out now. Ruby's really close to dying, so I think one's gonna beat him. Yep, there we go. Kind of hard to keep track who's who, you know. Like there's an alt color or something.
Monsters. Fight.
Jump punch. Nope. Another jump punch. No forward punch for you. Trying to get the right angle, but takes too long. Gets a back punch. Jump punch is gonna miss. Goes too forward. Yeah, we can't punish really though, but does get a forward punch. Another forward punch. Into the up punch, into the jump punch. A lot of punches. Giving Rookie a pretty good lead in this second round of the first game. Tries to get the Fierce, but walks into the Napalm Bomb. Into an up Fierce. To the forward punch. The combo combos. Fierce. Or run jab, sorry. Not going to get anything there. Those are fairly safe, though. Not super safe, but not terrible. Both get hit by the building. It goes for that back Fierce. I'm telling you, that back Fierce is good out of shield. Gotta believe me. Jump punch. The building will not connect. And Megalon's beams, they don't have as much range as other characters, but tries to go for the grab, but that get up attack is just way too fast. to really do stuff like that. No shenanigans like that. He's gonna get that. Alright, well, Overlord with a pretty decent lead here, but if I know anything about Megalon, if Ricky wins one neutral, I'll be back. But also, if Overlord wins a big neutral hit, it'll be even harder for Ricky to come back from it. So, right, gets the fire. No combo there. It doesn't have enough energy to do it again, but we're gonna let it. Oh, there we go. Some mix up there with the damage. Yeah, the risky and the palm bomb did not help. Neither of those napalm bombs did. Yep, that's a good out of shield option, but can't just use it out of nowhere, you know. Oh, gets a grab, no, mash. Yep, there we go. The mash. Get up attack after get up attack. Another one? No. Does get Overload in the corner with the fire, but doesn't get out. Uses the down fierce, tries to get the fire, misses it. That should be it. Yep. And Overlord takes game one with the Megalon Ditto. With the Megalon Ditto.
Versus mode. Select arena.
Where will they go? And what?
Megalon.
We got the Megalon. Alright, Rookie going a little bit more serious here, going the main. Overlord's Megalon. May not be his true main of Mecha Ghidorah, but like, well, it is pretty good though. We'll have to see. Yeah, that back pierce is just is a wall. You cannot just attack it like that. No mash there from Overlord. And being comboed. Does not get comboed though. Not going for the true damage. Does get that though out of there on the ground. Another back fierce. We love back fierce out field. I think Overlord's starting to see why I said a back fierce out of shield might be kind of broken. He is going to charge up the beam a little bit and get a little bit of damage. Jump punch reads that the jump punch is coming out though. Reads the back fierce, gets hit by the tail. Not looking good for Overlord here. On a sliver of health. But, you know, in that scenario like that, it may seem over. But if you get one napalm bomb in the right position, yeah, Megalon wins that. That's the thing about Megalon. It could look terrible for him, and then he just gets one. And then huge damage. Yeah, of course, if this foot stop connects also, because that's kind of hard against Godzilla. Some damage here. Go for a grab, not get it. Reads that, tries to go for the palm bomb, misses. Does get a jump punch though out of it. Can't complain. The grab, Godzilla's grab may be really fast and good, but it's not a good range, so I was going to miss. Tries to jump over the beam, but is just barely did not get out of the way. And going to take big damage for that. Shoots another in the palm bomb. Gets a free up fierce because of that. Gets a punch. Wait. Yeah, that ain't true though. It's good, but it ain't true. Yeah, that's not going to hit Godzilla all the time. It's a little weird. It has a smaller hitbox. I think he tried to jump there, but it did not work. Jump. Lots of hops. He gets a grab. I don't know if over. Yeah, no mash. Really hard to mash with those 9 frames, and just in general, I think it's really hard to mash. Godzilla grab. Fired back. Fierce. Another grab, but he is able to mash that one. Yes, that throw. Tail. Fire. Alright, well, Ruki take game 2 to Godzilla. I think Overlord might go the main here. Even though the Megalon is funny. We love the Megalon. Ain't working against the Godzilla.
Versus mode.
Alright, here we go. The Mecha Ghidorah. And then, for anyone watching, I will put these on my YouTube channel, so be ready for that as well. Just so you know, as an FYI. Anyway, so we have the Mecha Ghidorah. Yeah, it is going to miss the taser. Does get 2 beams, though, to get a pretty good lead in the damage department, but even missing one of those tasers is pretty bad for Mecha Ghidorah. Admittedly, I'm not very good at hitting the tasers, because I usually play the regular Ghidorah. But Overlord's way better at hitting him than I am. It misses another one, as I say, that Commentator's Curse. Oh, not looking good. And with the very living Ghidorah, because we cannot kill him in this rule set. No way to remove him. That is going to be lowering the energy. I think he just died. He just exploded. But that would lower the energy, and that makes it a lot harder for Mecha Ghidorah than it is. I was ready for the mash. It came out anyway. I was ready for it. Misses all 3 tasers. That is terrible for Mecha Ghidorah. I mean, that's really the only thing that makes Mecha Ghidorah hypothetically better than organic Ghidorah, really. But you know, in this matchup, it also does have the edge resistance, which is better for this matchup anyway. But still, I mean, losing those tasers would be rough. You can't be very aggressive with Mecha Ghidorah like you can with organic, but you know, Overlord is pretty good at keeping the camping away with the Ghidorah. And we're going to be hit by that fireball. A little bit of lag coming in. Maybe that one's going to take it. Godzilla just stands there menacingly, but he is dead. Alright. Overlord takes round 1 of game 3. He does get a fireball there. A little bit of damage. The grab will miss. Does get a taser this round. Foot stomp, you know it. Down fierce. Forward. Punch into 2 beams this time. Make up for that damage of not hitting it in air. Air wind. Yep, just Overlord doing a great job in this neutral, keeping Rookie up. But as I say that, gets a grab, no mash, gets the punch, fireball into another punch. Gets another grab, mash. Okay, we do get the mash this time into a taser. Foot, down fierce, forward punch into the air lasers, air beams, and does get them in the air for some more damage this time. Yeah, it is a little bit closer than the round 1 of this match, but it's still looking pretty Overlord favored. We now have the camping. So the camping commence. The thing is, I think, yeah, Rookie has to go in. Can't camp here. Okay, does get a sneaky little grab, but gets the mash. I have no idea what happened with that foot stomp. Let's get the tasers. No foot stomp, it does miss. Mashes out of the ground. There we go. Oh. Yep, just mashes out of that so quickly there. Oh, does not get punished. Not gonna get damage from that. It's hit by a random tail. But still, it's just such a good lead here from Overlord, and we'll take it with that jump kick. Wait, no. Oh, more hits? Extra hits? But Godzilla's already dead. What will they do now? Who knows? Alright, but this is match point for Rookie here, so gotta think of a plan, you know. We have in the chat Overlord asking Rookie if Monster Island or LA for the possible last stage of this set. If Overlord can bring out and win it. Alright, we have Monster Island and switching characters. Okay. So if I know Rookie, it's going to be the Angears. But well, maybe some other character Rookie has up the sleeve. Who knows? Have to see.
Versus mode.
Yep. As suspected, Overlord will be staying on the Mecha King Ghidorah. Very good character, of course. Who will Rookie be playing?
Select a monster.
Who will Rookie be playing? Thinking about it.
Select a monster.
Good. There, Rookie.
Select a monster.
There we go.
Select
There's Rookie. Going with the Angears as I suspected on Monster Island. Probably the most unique stage out of the three you can pick. And we have yet to see it, I'm pretty sure this is the first time, so
monsters.
it has a lot more places to hide as well. Rookie now is moving. Okay, we're good. Now this is a pretty good stage for Anguirus because, of course, for anyone who doesn't know, Anguirus' roars actually go through walls and buildings. There are a lot of them in Monster Island, the most out of all three legal stages. So definitely, for sure, would be Anguirus' best stage. But will that be enough for Ruki to defeat Overlord Mecha Ghidorah, which beat his main Godzilla fairly well? I mean, it's definitely possible. We'll just have to see. Does get that air beam. The gust of wind is keeping Gears away, but Gears is able to do a lot more damage in neutral than Godzilla is, but did wait it out to get the taser foot stomp down, Fierce into the forward punch. There we go. Jump punch, jump. Beams as well. It's the classic combo for Mecha Ghidorah. And now, Overlord has got a pretty good lead here. Does get some damage with that jump punch, but Gears can't get a lot of damage in this matchup because most of his moves, including most of the ones he uses for OTG, are sharp attacks. And of course, the mechas, including Mecha Ghidorah, beats him pretty easily. Does get another using the final beam, the taser, sorry, but it was not able to get the foot stomp, so no punish, but does take away Gears' full energy, which is very bad for him in the neutral, and he really needs it against Mecha Ghidorah. He is getting it back though, but Overlord has a pretty good lead here. 1 or 2 air beams, and that's going to be it for this round. He is trying to use the walls to his advantage to bring it back a little bit. Seems to be working pretty well. Overlord not able to really do much. Kind of has to wait. Maybe even rush, which of course, Mecha Ghidorah is not that good at. And does get hit by the beams. Oh, gets clipped right there. We'll take round 1 of game 3, or yeah, 3. Nope, 4. Sorry, game 4, and this is match point for Ruki. Literally, he has to think of something quick. Does get hit by the taser really early for the combo and loss. Oh, double to like 25%. Is that maybe a little bit over? Using the walls to his advantage. Overlord getting 2 hits of the beams, doing extra damage because of Ruki not being on the floor. Ruki waits on the ground, but the taser didn't. The taser didn't hit, or did? I don't know what happened there, but that was a waste of the taser for Overlord, but does still have 1 left. Honestly, is 1 too many, if you ask me. Weird interaction there, but gives Ruki a little bit of damage there, and also is able to read and hit Overlord out of the sky. Does get hit by the tasers though. And for the last taser, and that's going to be some big damage, giving Overlord a huge lead here in our possible final round of this winners finals match. Does get hit by that rock. Gets hit from the air again from the Sonic Roar. Right? Gets the down fierce, goes for the back kick, into the jump punch, and some good damage there. And that is it. Overlord will take it 3-1. And we're going to glands for, well, winner's side for at least 2nd place. Godzilla going 90s and our Daga going Destroyer.
Select arena.
Going Los Angeles. The airport. We're going the cannon matchup. The closest thing we have to a cannon place, I'm pretty sure. Wasn't it an airport? Am I just misremembering? Insane misremembering. Whatever. It's a true matchup. Cannon matchup. Yeah, tried to pick that up really close. Godzilla is. Good stomp. Nissa gets a grab. Something. Orb. That's one of the orbs. Doesn't go for a jump punch though. Not beam, but jump beam. I was ready for the beam, but then it came out. Jump punch? No jump punch. Waiting for that jump punch. Pause of the game. It is kind of laggy. Do they want me to bump the buffer? Give me 1 minute. Alright. They're gonna stick with the lag. Admirable. I respect it. But very big lead here from from Pugzilla. But Anaga's bringing it back a little bit here. We'll say. Was a bit, but who has that lead? You have to wait here for the again. He does get the grab, but no mash. Are we gonna punish? Tries to go for the up push, but does not get it. That knee is going to knock him down, but oh, good damage there from Pugzilla. Does get the fireball, puts him on the ground. That's going to be a lot of damage. All right. Oh, our dog has Godzilla Knight. Oh, okay. Okay. That's my bad. Alright, so our dog is Godzilla Knight. Okay, so our dog wins the first round. I'll fix that after this. Just keep that in mind. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because I don't know who picks player 1 and 2, you know? It's kind of difficult. Yeah, thanks. Alright. Our dog is, getting some beam damage here. Hope they both are. This is why you ask. Yeah, probably should. They weren't messaging in the chat, so I don't know. Very good. We're just at a beam war, I think, here. Does get the throw. Just changing thing real quick. Sorry. I can get the barrier. The combo, no combo. I think jump punch would have worked a little bit better there. But okay. Move on. That jump kick does not hit on the ground, so that's not gonna work. That is not a true hit. Doesn't go for the fierce throw. That goes for the kick throw. Not hit on the wall, but damage is damage, right? Godzilla does have a pretty good lead here. Gets a punch. One more punch. That's it. One more beam and that's it. One more anything. Uses the fierce move without any energy. That jump fierce ain't gonna work. It gets the knockdown. But does the armor get up to the jab? Godzilla takes round 2 of game 1. Now it is on game point.
Monster.
See who wins.
Fight.
It does look at the Godzilla. Went in the air, so he's gonna hit that. Tries to go for the grab a little bit too late. Tries to go for it again, but will be red and back and jump fierce. Oh, forward punch to hit the anti-air. Tries to go for another hit with a dash punch. Miss input. There we go. Finally gets the orb jump punch. That orb barely not hitting. Gets a knockdown. But yeah, that get attack is going to be a little bit too quick to get another move. Pretty even here at round 3. Let's get the read with the uppercut. Nothing awful. Now we're gonna get this is a dungeon. But the buildings did protect Godzilla from not being hit by any of those wombo combos on the ground. As you go for another jump fierce, but a little bit out of range, it will be hit by the first hit of neutral fierce from Godzilla. But Naga does get jump fierce. But Godzilla does have a little bit of lead here. Oh no, sorry. Naga has a little bit of a lead here. But it can be still pretty close. Gets the mash, no mash, goes into the barrier. What will be the punish? We got the orb into the beam. To another beam. Naga uses his own. I'm surprised neither of those moves hit, honestly. That beam's not going to work this time. Now, while Godzilla doesn't need as much as Destroya, it's still, you know, Godzilla does have the energy advantage a lot, but Godzilla does have the health lead. Well, a little bit of the mix-up there does the low block, but gets hit high. Godzilla to take round 1. So
Versus mode. Select arena.
alright, let's see. Alright, we got Monster Island. Alright, Monster Island for the second time in this tournament.
Destroyer.
Got the Destroyer and the Godzilla once again. But will there be a change? Does get hit by the forward kick. Gonna be a knockdown. Big damage. Yep. Now, in this matchup, Godzilla can get a lot more damage if he goes for a jump kick, but we are not seeing that from our Daga here. There's still some pretty good damage with that forward punch, jump punch, of course. Yep, that is not going to be blockable. Into the jump punch. Now our Daga was jumping. Another, yeah, there's a lot of rocks in this stage. Alright, jump punch, fireball. Nope, then it gets another forward punch, jump punch. Into the fireball through another one. There we go. That's the Godzilla damage. Tries to go for a grab, but is red and gets jump kicked in the face. Alright, this one is pretty close, but Naga does have a little bit of a health lead here. But in this matchup, you can't really back down as Godzilla. Destroyer just has projectiles galore. Alright. Back punch into jump punch, fireball, back punch. No, it doesn't hit. Oh, I'm surprised that grab didn't... I don't know what happened there, but that jump kick did hit, and Adaga takes the first round of game 2.
Monsters. Fight.
Alright, well. So, that's the uppercut. There's some more damage. Let's go for a beam. I think that was supposed to be a fireball, but probably an accident. Does get hit by the wood. Adaga with a bit of health lead again in the beginning of game 2. Well, round 2, game 2. And we are destroying that pillar, taking away a little bit of defense for this stage for both players. Does get that kick, another kick to knock down Adaga. I'll be able to really get a lot of damage from that. They're being knocked down as Adaga was down. Tries to shoot a fireball in neutral, but it's not gonna hit here. Using a lot of beams to try to get a chip out. Getting a little bit of a lead here, but Adaga gets in. The grab does not work, but Godzilla's grab is going to work, and does get a jump punch out of it. Tries to get another move, gets another move actually, never mind. Tries to get it again, but it's not going to work. Gets another grab. Gets the throw. There's a normal throw into the beam, but because of the walls, not going to do damage right now. In the fire pit's going to be taking extra damage every single time they move if it keeps going in there. The lag is coming back. Throws in the fire pits for extra damage. This is looking all Pugzilla this round. Especially with that being the only way out. Adaga is having a hard time getting out of the fire, and that will take it. I will take that round. Or Pugzilla, sorry. We're going to round 3 of the second game. Will Adaga win this one, or will Pugzilla? Well, gets that kick. Or not kick, fierce, sorry. Tsuchimura band, breath. Another one. And the Hydra go for a down freeze, but he's going to be red with that jump kick. You know that forward fierce was able to dodge the breath. That's kind of funny. I was go for a kick, but not a lot of good range. There you go. That's the fierce is way better for that range, at least in that position. And this is looking trying to get closer to the pits. It seems like the fire pits. Get Adaga back in there. That opening is still open, as we do have regenerations of the stage off. Forward punch. Oh. Chip beams. This match is all Pugzilla for sure. Has a great lead over Adaga here. And Adaga is getting a pretty good combo to get a little bit more damage, but you're gonna have to be more aggressive. But you know, that aggression did not pan out right there, getting hit by that jump fuse. That one did though. Trying to get a forward punch after that, but being a little bit too late on the execution, allowing for Pugzilla to finish it off. Because Adaga won the one. So that's 1 for Adaga, 1 for Pugzilla. Keeping it close, right? Keeping it close.
Versus mode.
Checking with the Destroyer. Will Ordaga change to mix up Godzilla? Because that game, admittedly, after the first round was all Godzilla. Thinking about going for the 2000 for a little bit more quicker physical attacks, and we'll go 2000 for the quicker physical attacks instead of the stronger beam. I can see the vision. What will be the stage? Pug 1 2 round, was it? I don't know. I'm all mixed up now. Okay. I'm all mixed up now because I was like, which one I got that game? I don't know what's going on. If I mix up, just let me know. So, alright, so, sorry. Pugzilla won 2 rounds. Naga's 1 done, so it is game match point for Pugzilla. Alright. Okay. We're good. My bad. That happens sometimes when I've been doing it for a while, so I apologize.
Monsters. Fight.
So we'll have to see how this one goes. They flip flop. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, who's flip flop? What's flip flop? Like, is Pugzilla playing Godzilla 2000? You were telling me the other way around. Now I'm confused. Okay, they're getting some big damage here, okay. Yes? Good. So who's... You're confusing me now. Okay. Was who joined first? Was that... Huggy's playing Destroy. Okay, that's what I thought. So, because then we were saying flip flop. Like, what do you mean? Am I wrong? Okay, so. But anyway, now that we figured that out, I'm sorry. And yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, all right. I don't know what's going on right now. A little bit tired. I'm sorry. Anyway, we got Odaga doing some crazy work with the 2000 here. This might be it. No, the fireball. Fireball hits. Never mind. I lied. Okay. Odaga taking that one very convincingly. Maybe the 2000 was just what he needed. The little extra speed in the attacks. He's going to be hit by that though. We'll get that jump kick. Alright. This one's a lot closer than the other one, with Pugzilla having the lead here, just like the other one. There you go. Right. All grabs missing. It happens. Get some beams, gets an orb. We'll be hit by the orb. Right. Both Fierce is not hitting. Jab. Oh, the other one misses to allow Pugzilla to get a jump Fierce. Some more damage. We got the orb not hitting at all. But Pugzilla having a little bit of a lead here. He's going to get hit though. This might take away Pugzilla's lead. He does get some damage, getting a lot closer, but He's able to get away with the stomp. Daga. I'd go for another kick, but that's just a really slow and punchable one. I'd go for it again, but that's not going to work. Oh, wide Godzilla is going for those, but it is just barely going to get out of that one. Spams the orbs. Tries to get something going. Oh, but that's going to miss. Jab. Wait. Alright. There we go. A little taking it close to the end there, but Adaga will be winning game 3. And now is on the board.
Versus mode.
Maybe sticking with the Destroyer? I guess sticking with 2000. Seen a change from Godzilla here? Godzilla 2?
Select a monster.
We're going Mecha Godzilla, and Adaga decided to go 90s.
Select arena.
Honestly, I don't really think the matchup matters too much there. I mean, I guess 90s would be a little bit better, but not by too much, honestly. Both goes for the beam. Replica misses, but then Godzilla does get jump kick. Alright, gets a throw, punching Godzilla into the air. The combo will not hit because of the buildings that exist right there for some reason. Does get a beam. It will be the punish. I don't think Godzilla can't punish too much, even jump punch. The only thing you can really punish there is a neutral punch. A little bit of a lead here. It'll stick a little bit more campy. At least for now. Daga will get that back punch. Uppercut. To jump back to be a little bit more campy with the beams. Godzilla does have a little bit of a lead here, but not by much. Could definitely be poked out a little bit. Let's see. Does get a grab on no math. That could be a back punch. And forward kick works too. Fireball, back punch. There we go. A jump punch not really going to work against Mecha Godzilla, but didn't even hit, honestly. Another throw to get another. No hit there. Tries to go for another throw, but is going to be countered. Gets the fierce hit though. Fierce. Air fuse. No missiles left though. I'm guessing that was a misimpact. Admit that Adaga seems to be bringing the game back a little bit here. That's that jump kick. Jump kick, I forgot. How did that toe stub? I really don't know. We'll get a throw. Goes with a quick throw. Good damage there. Really close match here in this game. In the first round. That's that. Those jump punches aren't going to hit. Even if they do, they won't flinch Mecha Godzilla. They're not really going to work. Fireball. They're not really going to hit. Try to shoot the missile again. I'm guessing another miss into it. Really close here. A little over 2 minutes on the clock. One jump kick, one fierce is probably it. But Adaga will take the first round of game 4. Very closely. Very close. Charging up that beam. Not gonna hit though. Nice little poke there. See, that's the problem with Godzilla missiles, is that even if you're really close, sometimes they just don't hit. A couple of those will hit though. With some decent damage. That's the jump through. Gonna miss to the jump kick. Back fuse, not back fuse, jump fuse, sorry. Yeah, those forward punches aren't working. They're not working in favor at all. Negative. A little bit more campy. Really not gonna work, but there's a lot of them. That's the one thing about DAWM you got. There's a lot of things about DAWM, but that's one of the things that just even a weak will knock you down from throwing the building, so you can't really throw them very often. Up, down. The only really thing Godzilla has is the wind neutral, is like forward kick if you can hit it, or grab. It's kind of hard for him. We're getting the jump kick spam. No more misses. A punch, a knockdown. One kick, another grab. See the punish? I just barely missed that back punch. Look at the fireball though. Just for a little bit of damage. Another jump kick. A lot of jump kicks. Jump punch. Alright, forward fears. Very risky forward fears to be punished with the back punch. Godzilla, while it is close, does have a little bit of room here to steal a little bit of the lead. Be a little bit more campy, but still, one good hit from a doggo. Like that grab, that might be it, honestly, if he gets the back punch into fireball. Oh, he's gonna miss it. Another grab, there we go. Another one. This might be it. No, misses again. Making it very close. Goes for a really risky up fierce to be punished by back punch for a dagger to take game 4. We have game 5. Oh boy.
Versus mode. Select arena.
Going San Francisco again. Pugzilla going back to the Destroyer.
God monster.
Oh, no, staying on Godzilla 2000 for the quicker normal. We're going back. Yeah, back to Godzilla 2000 for the quicker normal. We'll miss that fireball. We're back for a lot of beam poking. We'll get that back. Second monitor just cut out. There we go. We're good. I don't know what happened to my second monitor, but we're good. We came back. Got that. Alright. Both. Alright, cannot speak. Both jump attack missing, so now going back to the neutral where it is honestly all Pugzilla's neutral. As it kind of is in this matchup. Destroys neutrals is very, very impressive in this game. That's why he's one of the best characters. Him and the Dwarves all have the best. They're all top 3 neutral. Much as they are the top 3 characters, so. I mean, I guess Anguirus is up there too, but probably a little bit lower, but so as well. Does get that uppercut though. But Naga's got a hill to climb. He wants to win this round. Does get the down punch, or the back punch, sorry, but he's going to be hit by those orbs. Building, boom. Just trying to get anything going. Will be hit. Nope. Still gets hit by the building, just was barely able to be thrown out. And the up jump fierce will take it. Alright, this is round point for Naga here. If he loses this, he is out of the tournament, but if Pugzilla loses these next 2 rounds, Pugzilla will also be out of the tournament. The stakes are high. But gets a grab. That will be the punish. Misses the forward punch, but does get the fireball. You get a forward punch, jump punch. Blocks the get up attack. Will be hit. Tries to get an uppercut a little bit too late there. Get up attack will hit, but did give Adaga a pretty decent lead starting, but we'll have to win that neutral again to try and get more damage. As I say, that gets a grab. Gets the back punch. Fireball. Hits the fireball, tries to get a forward punch, but on accident gets a dash punch to not be able to bring back the combo to the resets. But still, a lot of damage here for Daga. Definitely controlling the game right now. Pugzilla trying to use those beams. You get a little bit of poking damage. Very risky back kick. No punish. Instead, Pugzilla gets the punish with that kick. Gets hit by the fierce and the orb at the same time, putting him back in the neutral. That grab's not going to work. Pugzilla's grab will even able to move to put Naga into the barrier for some extra damage with that forward punch. Tries to get an orb, but yeah, the orb ain't hitting. Pugzilla bringing it back a little bit, but still at a bit of a deficit, and even a bigger one now. But Naga does get this punch. Isn't able to get a combo though, no RPG, but still some decent damage from just getting that throw. They hit a little bit of a damage on Pugzilla. Gets hit by that jump fierce once again. Baits out the punish. Then use get up attack to get off the ground. Pretty close one. Nope. Jump punch isn't gonna work. Orbs, a little bit too little energy to use it. Finally he's able to use it, but he's gonna miss. But very dire for both players. They're very, very close. He's trying to beam him. Raigo's trying to beam Pugzilla out a little bit, but not quite yet able to do it. One more beam is going to take out Pugzilla. That's it, yep. Alright. Daga gets the second round. We are Game 5, last third round of the Game 5. Cannot speak, I'm sorry. So very, very close game here. But Daga will be taking a pretty hefty amount of damage in the beginning of this round. We are in neutral, where Destroyer loves to be. Well, playing advantage, but also in this matchup, neutral. Right? But will be getting that punish here. Goes a little bit too greedy and gets hit by the get-up attack. It did get some decent damage. Gets that kick, but then also gets hit by the orb. No neutral win there. Lots of damage. He's going to be hit again by the get-up attack. Oh, that jump fierce is going to work that time. Tries to beat out the fireball. It's not going to work. That's hit by it anyway. We're getting some wombo combos here. Oh. It's hit by the orb, no punish. We're just going to beam each other out, it seems now. Yep, hits the fireball, this might be it, that's it. Daga takes it with a reverse 3-0. Very, very, very cool for Daga there.
Weird. Yeah, it's just my laptop being weird. Anyway, let's head back into the match, shall we? Oh, looks like Godzilla's pinned with a beam attack right off the bat and took a flying beam to the face. No one likes taking those to the face. Those hurt like a ton. Just yellow bricks. Absolutely disgusting. It's good old flank beams. Tail attack's pretty solid here just because the range on it's very good. It's not as good versus King Ghidorah as it is versus more normal characters. It's not even good. It's also finicky versus Orca, but it can do some good work. Some good old OTG damage, just some Godzilla classics right there. Going for jump kick, trying to read the flight, but that uppercut move is not an amazing anti-air tool. Like, it's good for catching your opponent when they're coming back down to the ground, but for anti-air dealing with jumps, it is not very good for that. Though uppercut's definitely good for intercepting moves like that, that's for certain. Oh, but here comes our boy Nemesis with the grab, the banana slammer. That's just what I call it. I don't think that's the official name for it. If it was, that'd be hilarious, but no. Going in with the funny back punch, definitely taking advantage of the fact that back punch actually works properly on King Ghidorah compared to his mechanical counterpart, where that doesn't work. And that is the first round, but we've seen comebacks come here, folks. We've seen people adapt on the fly, and it looks like our Godzilla player is already starting to adapt a little bit by throwing in the fireballs a bit more frequently. The biggest problem, of course, is dealing with block being a thing. Also, the sweeping low. Pretty good stuff from there. I do like the back punch usage. Oh, but the fireball, trying to get the moves in, but I think the lag is absolutely kicking him here. Definitely very annoying to deal with. I'm someone who has played with 200 ping pretty consistently, so it doesn't bother me as much, but not everyone has that level of tolerance for just, quite frankly, bad internet connection. Anyway, looks like the flight beams, the combos from our boy Nemesis is doing a ton of damage, but Daga is putting up some good fighting. But the tail grab, and that should be it. Yep. Grabs do a lot of damage in this game. So if you can get them off, they're pretty ridiculous. So the first win goes to Nemesis with King Ghidorah. Looks like we're heading back to the versus menu. Something tells me we'll probably swap out I'm thinking Nemesis will be sticking with his boy King Ghidorah. Whereas, oh, so we're jumping back to 90s. Daga's heading right back to the Godzilla 90s. I think they just want to swap their characters around, if I had to guess. I think that's just what's happening. That's just what I think is happening, so we'll just let them have fun with that. They can have fun with that. Looking quite exciting. We're heading to Los Angeles 3 today. Definitely quite a few flights here today. Oh, looks like the stream's working now. Able to get the grab. And kicks. Tail swipe. Countered with the down fierce. Did the classic back punch. Jumping. Some good old-fashioned grab with the tail. Beam to the face. Forward punch, jump, kick. As Daga is, I think, panicking a little bit, trying to get things going, but is just having issues with the connection. But not being able to successfully deal with these constant Ghidorah pressure. Because this Ghidorah is a lot more aggressive than most Ghidorah players generally tend to be. And this is throwing Daga off a bit.
Monsters, fight!
It's far from over though, folks. We got this match, and whoever wins, and then we also have another one. Thank you very much, Bill. Well, be another one. The grab. The classic Godzilla grab. Got the dash punch. I think that was supposed to be a forward punch, but good to see that dash punch can actually do something there. Nice jump punch. Tail's pretty solid move, even though I wouldn't use in this matchup. Slamming with the jump kicks and the back punches. Very, very obnoxious pressure to deal with. It's why I use my Mecha King Ghidorah against and my other characters are just kinda not cutting it. I could probably win the King Ghidorah here, but I haven't tried it personally. Some more flight beam shenanigans. Nice on the movement, maneuvering around Ghidorah's beam. That is already proving to be very good work for our Godzilla 90s player. It's like that beam's powerful, but its angle of attack is not as good as it could be. Which is, thankfully, not amazing. But it is still very good, as you see here. Try to punish that with a jump. Pierce got flapped by the tail instead. Got grabbed. It's going to be thrown. Probably going to get a beam hit off of that. I was tempted to get a forward punch there, because forward punch is pretty good for catching stuff like that. And it uppercut to send him flying. Uppercut is very nice there. It looks like we're going back. Are we switching characters? We're probably just switching stages again. Just getting a full 3-course meal of the maps we have legal right now. Looks like they're swapping. Looks like Nemesis is swapping to Destroya, and Daga's switching to Godzilla 2000s. They're going to Eastern San Francisco. Running it back on this state. Going for Godzilla 2000s, probably because one, the normals are faster, and two, the damage is slightly better on the physical attacks, I think. Although that one's not confirmed. But is unfortunately dealing with the fact that you have to deal with a Destroyer who can actually OTG punish. Which is huge. The forward kick, that's good damage. Able to get the fireball and the forward punch. That is pretty good. Ooh, got the block. That was just a little slow, but got the toe snub off of down fierce, which is... I'm not surprised that's something that happens. I don't see it happen very often, because usually my opponents aren't in position to do that, but it actually worked there. Looks like the Destroyer gameplay is proving to be solid from Nemesis, but it is quite clear that he is more familiar with the King of the Doras instead of the Destroyer of Auras. Godzilla is doing quite well here damage-wise. Godzilla does hit like a truck. Both of them. I think 2000s hits slightly harder, but again, hard to tell without direct stats and formulas. But the rolls are proving to be very effective against Orb. I think another thing that will help Daga here is if they were able to successfully mash out those Destroyer grabs, because those grabs, they're doing a lot of damage. And proving to be very powerful tools against the mighty power that is blocking. Oh, yep, Godzilla block grab. Second fastest grab in the game, boys. Try to go with the back kick. Probably just got messed up by the old camera angle. Nice jump. Got the grab. The yeet. Nice, and there's the forward punch to end that round. Very good stuff from Daga right now.
Monsters.
Now we're just waiting on some good old fire, some good old atomic breath. Excuse me. Destroyer's doing some good work, getting able to corner this Godzilla and bring in the devastation, the pain that is Orb Jump Punch, a very powerful combo that does a lot of damage on the ground. Probably should have just done full normal throw there, if I'm being honest. The kick throw's kind of weird. Or at least, or is it fierce throw? I don't remember. It's the one where he uses his horn instead of his tail. I prefer the tail one. Oh, tried to grab, but the orb caught him out. That blocking is really good though. I really like seeing the blocks from our Godzilla player here. Blocks are very, very good. Went straight for the wing flappers. The wing flappy flappers. And the orb is just... Those orbs are just being very, very destructive right now. Trying to finish off with the beam, but was not able to aim low enough, unfortunately, but finishes off with a forward punch. Now this could very well be game and set here in this next round. It should be very interesting, ladies and gents. Very, very interesting. Some good old jab strings. Destroyer goes for the forward punch because of the range. Though that move's pretty unsafe on blocks, so I don't like using it that much. But here, since blocking here can be very troublesome because of how Destroyer is as a character, that actually can work out quite well there. Oh, tried to... Oh, the side hop! I love to see the high side hops. Pulling off some moves very similar to Tekken, you love to see it. Because, I mean, it is a 3D environment. Might as well use a 3D environment for a game that has zero tracking. Might as well use it. I'll try to punish, but the down punch from downtown will send Godzilla flying into the barrier. But here comes the grab. Going straight, keeps trying to get those big juicy kicks off, but I just don't think those moves work super well. Ooh, nice. Come on, fireball. Oh, yeah, just a little slow. It happens to all of us though. Try to grab. There we go. Oh, but you're grabbing too much. That means that Nemesis is in his smash game on, and that means Nemesis has won this round. Destroyer.
Select arena. Versus mode. Select arena. Org versus monsters. Fight! Monsters. Fight! Versus mode. Select arena. Mecha versus monsters. Fight! versus mode. Select arena.